Welcome to Beyond Origins. Today, we are going way beyond your typical weather forecast. We're going to explore the most extreme, the most bizarre atmospheric conditions in the entire universe. We're talking about places where storms aren't made of water, but of things far stranger. Think pressures that can literally crush elements into jewels, and winds that shatter the sound barrier. Let's get into it. Seriously, just take a second and picture that. Not rain, not even hail, but solid diamonds just falling out of the sky. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? Well, as we're about to find out, the universe is often way stranger than anything we could ever dream up.
So to start, we've got to travel pretty far from home, way outside our solar system, to find one of the most extreme examples of this ever found. We're going to a world that isn't just getting diamond rain, it's practically made of this stuff.
Now, the neighborhood here is everything. See, this planet isn't orbiting a nice, friendly star like our sun. Oh no, it's circling a pulsar, which is basically the super radioactive spinning corpse of a giant star. And the radiation just blasting this planet is so intense, it has actually warped its shape, stretching it out into a kind of cosmic lemon.
So let's just quickly recap how absolutely nuts this place is. You've got this deadly pulsar, the weird lemon shape, and because it's so dense, the gravity creates pressure that is just off the charts. And that crushing pressure is what leads to the wildest weather you can imagine. Chunks of diamond, some of them as big as mountains, just constantly forming and falling.
So how is any of this even possible? Well, it all boils down to a process called carbon phase transition. And honestly, it's pretty simple physics, just blown up to a cosmic scale. When you take a bunch of carbon atoms and you apply a truly massive, unbelievable amount of pressure, you squeeze them so tight they have no choice but to lock together into a crystal structure. And that crystal, yep, it's a diamond.
Okay, so a diamond planet orbiting a dead star is wow. But you're probably thinking, that's a freak of nature galaxies away. But what if I told you that something kind of similar is happening right here in our own backyard? Let's bring it back home to our solar system's outer planets, the ice giants. And just to be clear, that doesn't mean they're like giant snowballs. It means they're made of heavier stuff than gas giants like Jupiter, things like methane and ammonia.
This comparison really nails it. On one side, you have that extreme exoplanet with its literal mountains of diamond. And on the other, you have our very own Uranus and Neptune. Now, the scale is different, sure. We're talking a steady rain of smaller diamonds instead of huge chunks. But the basic physics are exactly the same. And this isn't just some fun fact. This constant rain probably generates a lot of heat as the diamonds sink, which totally affects the planet's internal temperature and could even be messing with their magnetic fields.
So here's your recipe for diamond rain. Step 1. Start with a whole lot of methane, which is just carbon and hydrogen atoms stuck together. Step 2. Deep inside the planet, thousands of miles down, the insane pressure and heat rips those methane molecules apart. The light hydrogen floats away, but the heavier carbon atoms get squeezed together until, bam, they crystallize into tiny solid diamonds that start sinking even deeper, just like raindrops.
And this is the crucial part. It's not a one-time thing. It's a never-ending cycle. These tiny diamonds rain down through the planet's thick, soupy layers. Eventually, they sink so deep that the heat and pressure get to be too much, and they actually melt back into liquid carbon. That liquid then rises, cools off, and reforms into diamonds to start the whole trip all over again. It's a perpetual internal jewel storm. Just incredible.
Now, a constant rain of diamonds deep inside a planet is already pretty mind-bending. But it turns out that is not even the strangest weather happening on these planets. Let's stick with Neptune for a minute, because things are about to get a whole lot faster and a whole lot weirder.
1,200 miles per hour. Let that sink in. That's faster than the speed of sound. And that is the speed of the winds on Neptune. What's even crazier? They blow backwards, against the direction the planet is spinning. These are, hands down, the fastest planetary winds anywhere in our solar system.
As unbelievably fast as those winds are, they aren't even Neptune's biggest weather mystery. Nope. That honor belongs to its storms. These are massive tempests, some the size of entire continents, that have this very strange habit of just disappearing.
So the story starts back in 1989. NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft flies by Neptune and spots this gigantic storm, which they nicknamed the Great Dark Spot. It was a huge discovery. But then, just 5 years later, when the Hubble telescope pointed its lens at Neptune for a closer look, it was gone. Just vanished.
Scientists think that unlike Jupiter's Great Red Spot, which has deeper roots, these storms on Neptune are much shallower, so those ferocious winds can just tear them apart after a few years. So from mountain-sized diamonds on planets light years away to supersonic, backwards winds and phantom storms right here in our solar system, it's pretty clear that weather out there can get incredibly extreme. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? As we keep exploring the cosmos, what other truly impossible tempests are just waiting out there for us to find them? Thanks for watching this explainer. If you like this content, please subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next one.